It's the Alabama Crimson Tide and the Miami Hurricanes. Alongside David Pollack and Jesse Palmer, I am Reese Davis. Holly Rowe is down on the sidelines. We say hello to Holly.
Hey guys, checking in pregame with the Miami head coach. This is exactly what they expected when the season started. They knew they had to go to the transfer portal, and the quarterback they got has lived up to every expectation. He has shown great leadership, composure, and poise in every moment. But not only that, he has really shown that he can get it done on the field. Late in this season, he's taking them to where they thought they could go, but he has got to get off to a quick start here today to keep that momentum going. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Alabama about to kick off to get things started. He'll bring it out. It's Compton. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. Pulls it, fired complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose, and even though it's a completion, they lost yardage.
That's a great example of the defense there tackling the catch. As soon as the big fella caught the ball, down he went, not picking up the first.
The Hurricanes with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Wide receiver going in motion. Wants to go up top on second down. Can't hang on after the hit, and it'll bring up third down. Split backs here. On third and long, he has to throw for it. Looking to the big tight end. Soft spot in the middle. He's going to have enough to pick up the first down as they stop him at the 33-yard line.
Well, on a lot of third downs, tight ends can be a quarterback's best friend, but especially this guy. I mean, he's got a unique skill set catching the football. He could be the primary target, not just on this offense, but on offenses all around the country as well. And on that third down, really nice route, gets the separation, able to make the catch. They pick up the first, and they keep this drive alive.
They'll try to overcome that last play on 2nd and 15. Making the adjustment on the play. Second down, going to throw it. They're working that left side. They bring him down, but a solid pickup to put them in position to pick up a first down. On third down, he'll try to pick it up through the air. Intercepted, and the first drive ends with a pick. That was not on the opening script of plays. The turnover as the defense makes a play early. Great place to start for this offense. One running back in the backfield, and he has it. They were all over it.
You know when you're playing against a defense of this caliber, you're going to have some sort of balance, right? You can't just drop back and throw it every single play. Nothing going on that last run. They're going to have to find another way to get it going, handing the ball.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Russell on play action. Rolls right. And he tries to get away, but he cannot. He's taken down. He'll lose a couple.
And this offense comes out first down, tries to run the football, no answer. Second down, they go for the pass, they give up the sack. This defense on point early in the football game with two great plays.
And guys, they really need to take advantage of this field position on 3rd and long. They want to run this quarterback. Knocked down immediately. They tried to surprise him on 3rd and long with the run, and nothing doing. They've decided to try to go for the field goal here. Dead center perfect. And that'll put the first points of the game on the board. It's 3-0.
How about it? 50-plus, no problem. Big leg, nice accuracy. That's a big-time kick for this young man.
On the return, it's Compton. Not nearly as much as he'd hoped when he brought it out of the end zone. He'll be stopped at the 15. They go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Direct snap. It's Pringle. He's got the first down, and they did a brilliant job getting them out flanked with the Wildcat.
And this guy's going to have to come through for you in this game. He picks up another first down, but he's your Heisman contender. He's the best player on your football team, and he's a guy that's just going to have to touch the ball a lot in this game if you're going to win.
Now on first down from the 28. They'll try the left side. Knocked down in the backfield, 2 yards behind the line.
Well, there's a statement by the defensive line. First down play, expecting run, and they just dominated up front. Beat their one-on-ones and forced a tackle for a loss.
After losing a couple on that last play, here's 2nd and 12. Snap in the shotgun. He's got an open man. A huge play, and they get it all the way to the 45-yard line. And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Fresh setter downs going to the air. Strong pass rush gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
And you don't want to see this trend continue. Last week he was sacked 4 times. The offensive line, this offense as a whole, needs to get in better situations, get rid of the football faster, and not keep getting their quarterback hit.
Got his man down the middle. They make the stop, but not before he takes a chunk out of what they need to move the sticks.
Nice job by the receiver on the in route there. And how about the speed? After he made his break, he was able to actually separate a little bit from the DB, helping out his QB on that one.
3rd and long right here. Sends it back in motion. On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. He caught it, and he will score! Touchdown, Miami! I tell you, when this drive started, the defense thought they had them in a hole. Not anymore. What a performance.
And I really like the play calling by the offensive coordinator on that last drive. That was a nice mixture of running and throwing and getting different players involved. Really nice job, very poised in that play calling, and it showed up with the touchdown.
The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Looking for room. It's Davidson. Nowhere to go.
Well, just nothing doing on that last run, and they knew coming into this one they were going to be challenged, right? This is one of the best defenses in all of college football. For them to have any shot, they're going to have to do a lot better running the football.
Throwing Russell. Move to his right. And this one's not working. He'll just throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Russell from the gun on third down. Turns it upfield. He gets it out to the 28-yard line. Not enough to pick up the first down. We've reached the end of the quarter, and Miami is on top. And we've come to the end of one. And let's take a quick moment to catch up on the stats. Lots of time left, and we're ready to get back to it and open the second period. The Crimson Tide will bring the punt team on the field. Getting our first look of the afternoon at the punter. A fairly short distance here toward the sidelines, not his best work. Miami's offense comes out ready to go to work. They unleashed an aerial assault last time that took them right to the end zone, David.
So, Reese, with that drive, I think you've accomplished something you wanted to accomplish. Make this defense.
And he's got room. Plenty of room on that play, and they find their way to the 36. The Canes racing to the line in the hurry-up. Drops back on first down. Still moving to his right, trying to make a big play. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach. Deep in the season, that crisp air all around you, and this feels like a must-win game, guys.
This is a game that will impact the college football playoff. It'll have conference championship implications, and it'll have bowl game implications as well. David, so much riding on the line in this one.
And you can feel it, man. You can feel the energy. The players this week, they were on high. Like, you could tell they were ready for the challenge. This is going to be an absolute showdown.
Ball is loose. Defense falls on the ball. Going to be a turnover.
Great job by the defense in the back end that time. He made the catch, and he had a little wiggle room to run afterwards, but they were able to get to him, rip the football out, and that is a massive takeaway for the defense.
Here comes that Alabama offense. They take over again, and they have yet to move the sticks on their previous two possessions. Defense all over it.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case in there. They try to run the football in the first play of the drive, and it gets absolutely blown up for a loss.
Not what they had in mind to start this drive. Here comes 2nd and 13. Keelan Russell escapes the pressure going right. Trying to make magic on the scramble. Thought he saw some daylight, but this defense closed quickly. Maybe picked up one on the play.
Welcome to the frustrating reality of college football. Like, the guy at the quarterback spot, he can just do that. Pull it down, get positive yards, makes the defense have to account for him every single play.
The Tide will have to call their first timeout. And they'll have 2 left to work with here in the first half. They've made third down offense a key. It'll be tested on 3rd and long from the 28. Dropping back, it's Russell. Oh, pressure's coming. Intercepted, and now he's up to 14. Didn't really have room to operate on the return, but he hands him the ball at the 32. Here comes the Hurricane offense looking to gather a little more strength. That fumble in plus territory just ruined that last drive, David.
Yeah, and those are frustrating when you got the offense moving a little bit and you put that thing on the deck, Jesse. But move on, reload, forget about it.
At the end of the day, it's just fundamental football, right? They practice it all week. 5 points of pressure. Every ball carrier has to have it. They just got to do a better job moving forward.
Last play was a near disaster. Now dealing with 2nd and 13. Finds his man. It's Lofton. That's a really good tackle there, giving up some size and still making the play. trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Got his man. He goes out of bounds right at the 10-yard line, and the offense can smell the touchdown from here. These two guys, just on the same wavelength, they make clutch connections all the time.
And that's practiced, man. That's all summer. That's all spring. Just so many hundreds and hundreds and thousands of balls where you know exactly when.
Touchdown, Hurricane! The sure hands in the end zone, and he has 6.
This offense is so good. Man, they can hurt you in so many different ways, and they do it so quick, so explosive. They can put small drives together, big drives together. They've really had a great year, and that's why they're a top 10 offense.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. To be in a big rush. They have some time here late in the half. From the gun, defense right there to stop him in his tracks, and they get nothing on that play. Guys, let's chat about Alabama. They climbed into the top 25. Nothing has been given to these guys, but they're quickly becoming a problem for everybody else.
Well, they are, and they earned that number beside their name. They've played really, really well. The question is, now can you keep it? David, how many times in the past have we seen a team outside the top 25 finally get ranked and then get blown out the very next week?
And there's not a lot of difference between 25 and 45. A lot of times, so many people close together. So earn that ranking and try to keep climbing.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this first half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Give him a pickup of 2, now 2nd and 8.
The big fella in the middle, man. Those defensive tackles, they go such a long way in deciding and really stopping the other team's run game. Just forcing contact with those guards and those centers, owning the line of scrimmage, and getting running backs on the ground.
We've reached the 2-minute timeout, and a score on this drive would do wonders for their confidence. Long way to go on 2nd down. Russell. He's going to let one fly down the middle. And he's got it at the 15-yard line. Just making a huge play, and he sets him up all the way down at the 14. Finally, this offense starting to shake the cobwebs and get things moving. It's 1st and 10. From the red zone, he's going to throw it. Rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. And with not much doing downfield, he found his parents open in the stands and threw it to them.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
2nd down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Calls his own number. And how about the work up front by that big defensive line?
Well, we know this defense is one that plays with a lot of pride, right? Part of that is their ability stopping the run. They're a top 25 unit in the nation when it comes to stopping the rush, and that really helps them out down here in the red zone. They're going to have to step up big time in this situation.
The Crimson Tide looking for a big play to convert on 3rd down. whistle. Rushes on. They get to him as he throws. It falls incomplete. He was trying to find his man for 6. They'll try to get something out of this drive and kick the field goal here on 4th down. And he curls that thing just inside the left upright. That'll make it a 1-possession game. The lead is 8.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
So they come to the line, and the Wildcat going to give them a different look. On the direct snap, it's Pringle. The Wildcat created an alley, picked up a few, still some work to do for the first down.
Listen, you got to be able to know what play to call and what hole to go through. Like the line blocks for a certain hole. Good job getting through the hole.
It's a fumble on the play. Defense swarming on that loose ball. It'll be a turnover. Alabama calls its 2nd timeout of the half. And they'll still have 1 in their pocket for what's left in this first half.
Nice heads-up play by the defense to jump on that ball after it got popped out.
So Miami signals for a timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with for the half. And it looks as if they've buzzed down. Replay wants to have another peek at that last play. And you know the standard is indisputable video evidence, and the officials will change the call. It's 1st and 10 from the 38-yard line. Hits the hole. It's Compton. Oh, he's got some space. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down. And the Canes in the hurry-up. They give it to him again. Pulled down there, but they'll move the sticks, and it's a first down.
And how about that, guys? Like, make no bones about it. Bring in the big bodies, goal line personnel. Like, we're going to pound you right between the eyeballs. Sometimes people get aggressive on 2nd and short and take shots. This offense said, nah, we want to get the first down, and we want to get it now.
And the Canes getting set on 1st and 10. Softened him up with a run. Now to throw. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A first-half turnover can swing momentum. And they make the play and make sure there's not any scoring opportunity right here before the end of the half.
And this is obviously not a great start for this quarterback here. 2 interceptions already in this game. He's got to do a much better job with his decision-making.
The give to the left. He's across the 30 and out of bounds at the 31-yard line. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Just feeds the running back. He'll be stopped for no gain, and we're not far away from that whistle blowing to end festivities here in the first half. And as we work our way toward halftime, timeout on the field. Just enough time for one final play of the half. They thought they could just run it on 3rd and short, but this defense was there to make the stop. Halftime as both teams head into the locker room. We're looking forward to a terrific second half, but before that, let's check in with Kevin Connors.
Guys, we knew this would be a telling week, and Week 12 has not disappointed. Let's get you updated right away. We begin with the Ole Miss Rebels, taking on the number 7 team, the Iowa Hawkeyes. And it's the Hawkeyes in real jeopardy of kissing that top 10 ranking goodbye. They're being punked right now, dominated in every aspect of the game, and we haven't even hit halftime.
The Tide offense rolls onto the field. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
Keelan Russell still looking to his right. And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
And we were talking about it at half, guys. Like, how are they going to crack this puzzle, right? This defense so elite in the first half. Second half, they come out, they're trying to throw the football. Man, I just don't know where the weaknesses are. They're going to have to keep working and keep trying to make that big play and stay aggressive. But so far, on every level of this defense, they've been dominant.
Oh, and he just flat dropped it. You do not see this guy do that very often. It'll be fourth down.
This is a situation here in the third quarter this offense did not want to be in, facing a top 10 defense, one of the best units in the entire country. They didn't want to get down on the scoreboard like this and all of a sudden have to throw the football when the defense knew that was going to happen. The incompletion there is not a big surprise.
Guys, look at this. They're going to gamble and go for it here on 4th and long. They go play action with Russell. Buying time to his right. And that one falls incomplete. A huge stand by the defense.
I know the analytics tell me to be aggressive and go for it, but in the second half, in these ball games, the analytics don't work for every single situation. And right now, you've set them up. I just hope this one doesn't come back to bite you right in the hind.
There he goes. Runs it into the house. Touchdown, Canes! The mantra is always finish, and they're trying to do that here in the regular season with this Week 12 performance. And the extra point puts him on top 21-6.
Man, these ball carriers, they've got a lot of ability in the open field. Their ability to make people miss, but also show off the speed. You saw all of that on that play.
That ball skips through the end zone. It's a touchback, and they'll take over at the 25-yard line. The Tide ready to roll on offense. What a turn that last drive was. Didn't pick up the 4th down, and it led to the scoring drive, David.
And those are frustrating.
Found a seam on the left. The 40. Just what they needed. Huge explosive play as he takes it to the 33.
This guy strikes fears into the hearts of every defensive coordinator, David, with that speed. If you give this guy any open grass, man, he's gone.
It's just silly. Look at the angles, people trying to catch him, but he's got so much juice. He can outrun those angles and make enormous plays.
The corners are walked up tight. Russell. He misses his man. The accuracy just not what it needed to be on that play.
You got to give the defense credit here because they came out here in the second half with the goal of putting the clamps on this passing attack, and they have not allowed a completion yet in the third quarter. This offense has thrown it time and time again. Nothing there.
Moving the pocket, it's Russell. Taking a shot. Touchdown, Crimson Tide. They went for the big play, and boy, did it ever pay off. My philosophy on going for two is only when you have to. They'll move the wide receiver. Throwing Russell. Moving out to the right. Looking to the end zone, but the pressure gets there first, and the quarterback is sacked, and the two-point conversion attempt is stopped. Fielded in the end zone. It's Compton. I imagine he's going to get an earful on the sideline after bringing it out of the end zone and being knocked down at the 11. And here comes that Miami offense back onto the field. Last drive went for 6. We'll see if they can do it again. After that one, not quite so backed up as they're up to the 18-yard line.
All right, so not a home run play for the offense, but I do like the creativity, and I like how they're going to stress this defense and do it in less conventional ways.
The Hurricanes in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Now on the move. Crosses the 30. Turning it on. That one could really put this drive into high gear as they have a first down at the 37. So they move the sticks on the run. Let's see what they do with this one. The run inside. It's Pringle. Could be an alley. Hard running there. They'll get him down, but not before he crosses the 50. He's down to the 49.
How about the defense trying to slow this dude down? He's a Heisman contender for a reason. He's so difficult to tackle. And what a challenge. All week long, they knew that they had to key on this guy and really try to at least limit him if they were going to win.
And the Hurricanes have it with a 1st and 10. Rolls right. He's going to take off. And he has a solid gain on the play before sliding.
And if I'm a QB, I'm calling my own number a lot, especially when it's successful like this. Continue to put me in good situations, continue to get positive chunks of yards. Yep, I'll keep that more.
They pull him down, but he's got enough, and it'll be a first down for this offense.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
Hits inside. It's Compton. Surged ahead for a couple there. It'll be 2nd and 8.
And what's the closest guy to the football, man? It's those defensive tackles, and those guards and centers have to work together. They got to get those guys and get some movement. They don't on this play, and the big fella eats. Nowhere to go. When you run into him, you usually meet the ground.
Back to pass on 2nd down. Throws to the wideout. Good job just to get rid of that one.
Thank you. That's what the defensive backs say to the defensive linemen when they get home and put pressure on the quarterback fast and the ball comes out erratic.
After the 2nd down misfire, looking at a 3rd and 8. Flip it out to the back on the screen. They'll knock him down right at the 35-yard line. Still a lot of ground to cover to get to the first down marker. Now it looks as if they'll settle for the field goal try. He's going to reach for a long one, a 52-yard attempt. And he had just enough to will that one home. And now the lead is even bigger.
Well, that kid just showed off his hammer for a leg, 50-plus, and he did it with ease.
The ball squirts through the end zone. That'll be a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. They want to run it left here. Runs ahead and powers his way for 4 yards out to the 30.
I like this guy as a running back because he could run between the tackles and he So go outside. He can really do it all.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Finds his way for 3 after the 33. This offense can ill afford to come up empty on this drive, already trailing by multiple possessions. He'll take it himself. Love to see these third down conversions. After the productive first down play, it's 2nd and 6. Keelan Russell. Got his man on the right. They drop him at the 47-yard line, but he'll have plenty to move the sticks.
Well, you got to think here offensively that you may have 2 more possessions in this game. You can still win, but you've got to be aggressive. You've got to start taking shots vertically down the field, throwing to your best players.
Motion from the wide receiver. Breaks into the open. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one.
Hey, how about it? How about the old toss play, right? QB catches the ball, tosses it to the running back. Listen, it's got to be thrown out in front of him so he can continue to run. And then that offensive line has to do a really good job of getting the edge so he can get north and south. Used to see that play a ton back in the day. Just don't see much of it anymore.
9-yard pickup on first down, and now they can take a shot on 2nd and short. Russell. Finds his man. Finds a crease at the 20. Gets out of bounds after the big play, and they'll be set up in business with a 1st and goal.
And that play works because the QB did an unbelievable job. He's going through his progressions. He's sitting in the pocket, and he sees, man, a lot of space out to his right. I get the ball to my playmaker, and he does the rest. This is what's so fun about him. He's going to make the catch. He's going to make people miss, use his speed to make big plays.
Alabama comes to the line with a 1st and goal. Looks as if he's going to run it. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Alabama pushing the tempo. Throwing Russell. And the ball is out. Who's going to get it? Recovered by the defense, and he's off. Picked up a few extra on that return, but what a play by this defense to get the football.
Well, defenses get excited when they see the quarterback in an empty backfield like that. They know, hey, I'm not going to have to beat a running back or a tight end to get there. If I get to him, I might have an opportunity to knock this thing loose, and that's exactly what happened for the defense.
And they get to him behind the line. It'll be a loss of 2.
And it's been a struggle for the run game for this offense. Man, this is something they hang their hat on. You saw last week, you saw the highlights, and just give it to the running back. Let him do his thing. Haven't been able to get him going. I don't know what's going on, but they got to find a way to get their talented back some space so he can make some plays.
Makes the grab. Just what the doctor ordered to get away from the shadow of that goalpost and pick up a 1st down at the 23.
I think most offenses around the country in a situation like this with the lead late would be trying to run the football, right, or throw it short and try to bleed the clock. But this offense, man, it's still pedal to the metal. They're looking for chunk play opportunities.
On the direct snap, it's Pringle. Gets the nose of the ball to the 25, give him 1.
And here's the mindset if you're on offense. 4th quarter, you've got a huge lead. Obviously, you're going to run the football, but just be aware of the clock. You don't want to snap it too quickly. You're probably just doing safe runs inside the tackles like you saw right there. You just got to execute. You got to be aware, but you've got this game in hand so long as you don't turn it over.
And you gotta love this defensive performance so far. Done such a good job against the running back that you saw last week, man. He can go off. He can make big plays. He can chew some yardage up and keep an offense on schedule. Nice job by this defense locking in and shutting down the run game so far.
They'll break out the Wildcat to try to move the chains. Clock stops. We have reached the 2-minute timeout, and this offense just a couple of minutes away from putting one in the win column. Big 3rd down play here. If they get a stop, you'll see an immediate timeout. He's changing the play. 3rd and long, and he'll try to throw for it. And he drops it. Just took his eye off of it at the last minute.
And that is a frustrating possession for this offense. You wanted to run the football, maybe take some time. You did the opposite. Got in a bad situation, threw the football, stopped the clock. Not how you manage a game late in the 4th quarter.
He gets the first one off, and he was busier than he hoped in that loss last week, being called on 5 times. Tries to find a little more running room on that return, but he'll be stopped at the 36. They'll try to put a drive together starting from the 36. Keelan Russell moves to his right. A deep throw as the clock winds down. And they won't be able to connect downfield, looking for a big-time play.
I understand the sense of urgency for the offense now because you're trailing here by a lot in the 4th quarter, and you're just trying to take a shot to see if you can get on the board and get some of this momentum back. But the problem is the defense understands that, so they're playing coverage, and they're doing a good job on the back end. Nice job forcing the incompletion.
And he's to the 48-yard line. That'll be good enough for a 1st down.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He just throws it away, and I think the flag's going to be coming in. There it is. With that penalty, the offense is backed up on second down. Russell. Here's a throw downfield late. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have squeezed it.
Time is not on their side right now. They can't afford too many more incompletions like that. They need to come up with some connections, and they've got to score points. They've got to get this passing game going now.
On third and long, he'll need to push it downfield. He wants a big play here late. Oh, it's picked off. He'll try to take it back. The 20. And he has taken it all the way back. Touchdown, Miami. As they push that lead out, a really good opportunity to get back in the win column.
And they come up with a huge pick six, and that is one of the reasons this defense has been so dominant all season long. They don't give up big plays, but they take the football away. And once they do, they've got better athletes than you do. They're hard to bring down. They can flip the game on a dime.
And that was not what they had in mind as the kickoff sails out of bounds. They'll take the penalty and move them back.